kids! You're about to listen to a comedy podcast. That means that none of this is medical advice. If you need medical advice and medical care, please contact your doctor. Brought to you by the Koala Cola Corporation. It tastes just like Down Under. I'm Crappy Koala. Take it away, DJ Dylan.
Welcome to the Jock podcast featuring Dr. London Smith. This podcast is about three things, alright? Science, medicine, and koala cola. Introducing your host, Dr. London Smith.
Hello, and welcome to the Jock podcast, where we discuss fitness and health, and how to incorporate our modern understanding of science and medicine into our daily lives, but without it being so boring. I'm your host, drlondonsmith.com. I'd like to begin by apologizing to our listeners. We've received some feedback about the excessive amount of technical medical terms that I've been using, such as aquagenic pruritus and fuzzy wuzzy was a bear. So I will try to temper my terminology to a simpler one in the future. Here to help with that is our producer, Cameron.
Hey, Dr. London, I'm actually kind of surprised you even showed up to this. I haven't seen you in days.
Yeah. I mean, is this...
I kind of wanted to talk to you about it. I mean, you seem a little obsessed, I guess.
Okay.
Do you not want to do this on the podcast? Do you want to do this later, maybe? Or...
No, honestly, let's just talk about it.
Okay.
If that's...
So, I mean, everyone knows that Dr. London is a bit of a gamer. You know, he doesn't watch TV,
Sure.
He doesn't watch movies, doesn't do anything else except for games, and he only does doctor-related games, which there rarely are. But of course, last week, Doctor's Quest, An Epic Journey came out, and Dr. London, you have been addicted to it. I mean, just straight up addicted.
So I want to say one thing first, that gaming, the reason why I prefer gaming to, and I won't really acknowledge movies or whatever, TV, because gaming is a form of living. So with the movies and stuff, you're sitting there while something happens on a screen. It doesn't make sense to me. But gaming, you're a part of it.
It doesn't make sense to you? Like, you can't comprehend it? You can't comprehend something that you're not in control of?
That I'm not living. No, you're sitting there. That's all you're doing. You're sitting there. That's what watching a movie is. Watching a movie is sitting.
Yeah. You're just letting a movie happen at you. I get what you're saying.
Not even at me. 'Cause things happen at me in a game.
Yeah.
In a movie, you're just watching.
That's true.
Like,
you
you're
could
just
leave
sitting.
the room and the movie, nothing
Still
will
going.
change about the movie.
Yeah.
That is kind of frustrating now that I think about it. When I leave a room, it doesn't affect the movie at all in any capacity.
And so you see why I get frustrated. So so I've been playing this game. Yeah. And, I mean, I'm sure, for our listeners, I don't know if we have the Jock podcast Twitch channel. And so I've been, streaming on there, just kind of living my alternate life on MedQuest.
Yeah. Well, but just, how many vacation days have you taken off work to do this?
So I want to clarify. So it's not a vacation because I'm living through it. Like, I'm working.
Oh, so you're not even taking vacation days while you're sort of just staying at home gaming.
Wow.
And you don't consider that an addiction? At least a bad habit, Dr. London. I mean, how many hours a day? Is it 9? Is it 10? Is it more?
There's in-game sleeping as well, so it's pretty involved. Because it's your full schedule. Because I've got patients out the wild. Yeah. One thing that they got right with this game is how occupying it is to be a physician, how just consuming it is. Because I'm not just dealing with, I of course see my patients every day, but then within the game, I mean, and so then I'm also getting calls from family members who are like asking for medical advice. I'm having to kind of fend them off.
Yeah.
I'm driving on my way home from work within the game.
Probably having to like grocery shop and stuff like that too, right?
Grocery shop, yes, and meal planning, and meal prepping.
Yeah, of course,
as well. Yeah, and if I'm on the way home, I see a car accident, I stop as anyone does whenever they have the expertise. You stop, you pull over, you go check everyone's pulses, you give him a pat on the back. Just this is.
Then you get home and then you play the game.
The
game.
Yes. Sorry, that is a part of it. And in that regard, I've been actually having to limit my time quite a bit.
You're trying to spend less time playing the game within the video game?
Yeah, just there are a lot of patience. So, and just I'm pretty tired, honestly, at a certain point. And like you get too tired to game. So,
what makes it Doctor's Quest? What makes it an epic journey? What is the journey?
It's just kind of the journey of living life. I mean, they managed to capture the highs and the lows. Like,
okay, so it's that metaphorical. There's no.
It's not metaphor. Like, it's very practical. Like, I'm having to, my marriage is in trouble and I'm working too much, and so and this is all in the game. And I'm working too much, and so I'm having to go to therapy, and so I'm having to work that in as well. And I've already got a full schedule, and I'm paying bills. The lawnmower stopped working, that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations where I'm thinking like, well, maybe it's one of those easy fixes, and I can take care of it, or do I have to go and hire someone? Do I have to take it into a place?
You think, well, I'll take care of it. That's got to be easy, but then you just never do. You're like, oh, I'll just do that tomorrow.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Sometimes
just paying someone to do it, even if you could do it yourself, it's just to get it done.
Well, but you don't want to go to one of those places where it's it's going to be $50, $100 or whatever, no matter what the problem is, even if it's an easy fix. So you're like,
yeah, you got to shop around. Obviously, like in the game, obviously you got to like make some calls, get some quotes, and
I'm checking Craigslist, but I don't think that I'll use it. But I want to check just to see what's out there and what people are offering.
I mean, it does sound like a cool game. Like I told you, I do want to play. Like I want to. You said I could join as a patient.
You can join as a patient. It's not like your full occupation because you have a whole life, But you join as someone who, on every 3 months because you're generally healthy, but not too healthy. Like you have a few maladies, so every few months you do drop by the doctor's office. But for the rest of it, you're kind of living your life in the game.
Okay, so it's a lot of like scuba-ing and things like that.
Yeah.
Do I visit you? I mean, I guess, can I have that option? Would your doctor in the video game give my guy his phone number?
He's so busy right now. My character.
Yeah.
It's just like it's not an issue of would I. It's a question of like once again, my marriage is falling apart. It's
right. Yeah, you just.
I feel like I'm. Sorry.
Did not mean to put any pressure on you, man.
Yeah, just
my guy will give your guy his info, and then whenever you're ready and you've got some space to breathe, then you feel free to let your guy know he can reach out.
Yeah. I guess I should clarify just so people know, like I'm doing fine in real life. I'm doing great.
Oh yeah.
It's just this game is really good.
You just got a pogo stick.
Yeah. Oh man. And I jumped on it a few times earlier, but then the game.
Ooh, okay. You actually jumped a few times in a row, or did you jump one time? I guess I'm not believing that you're actually able to pogo this quickly.
Okay. So, and you say this quickly. I got the pogo stick for Christmas, and yes, I've been practicing every day. But I got it was one of those. It wasn't a double hop, but it was one of those ones where like you jump up, you do the one bounce, and then the other one bounces you back to your feet. So it was more of like a da-da.
Yeah, you like fell off. Bounce. You fell off the pogo stick. That's your trick.
Well, it's a coordinated getting it. Like I recognize
it on purpose. Yeah,
it's with falling with style, kind of. It's whatever. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm getting pretty good with it.
Well, congrats.
Anyway, yeah, thank you. And thank you for noticing, I guess, that I'm investing my time in different ways.
I just don't want you to get lost.
Like GPS lost, or
yeah, I would say just any form of lost, physically lost, or lost in the game, mentally lost, emotionally lost, physically. Honestly, the most inconvenient of those is going to be physically lost.
Well,
if you get physically lost, I can't guarantee that I am going to find you.
Okay. Does
that make sense?
Yeah. No, I was just thinking of, one of the things that I've made sure to cut out is obviously the show Lost. And so I can guarantee that one won't be an issue.
Okay.
So we have that. Anyway, that was our producer Cameron. Also with us is Digital in the House. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. 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 Fuzzy Fuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy 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 was a bear. And later, Cameron tells me that we can expect a special guest.
That's right, Dr. London.
All right, so look forward to that. Before we move on, I would like to address a bit of listener feedback. This note comes from the corporate offices at the Koala Cola Corporation.
Ooh.
Yeah, really neat that they're taking a personal interest in us. So the note reads, quote, "Don't mention the carcass found in that batch of Koala Cola that was discovered in Kentucky, or that the batch was still sold, or mention the people hospitalized as a result of drinking it," end quote. Okay.
Well,
so don't...
that was probably meant for maybe like a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Right?
And yes. So they said, and it's either way, we don't mention it. That was.
There's no reason to even bring it up. But I've heard some weird things have been going on over at Dr. Pepper and Sprite.
Yeah. It's been
just some weird things I've heard.
Yeah.
I have no interest in the soda wars, as people call them. No interest in getting involved in like whether or not, our sponsor and the owner of the podcast network we're on, Koala Cola,
it tastes just like
they're held in high regard but I've just heard some weird things going on over at Pepsi, Coke, and A&W root beer.
Yeah, it's frustrating that companies like that exist.
Yep.
And they really put a bad name on fine, wonderful companies like the Koala Cola Corporation. But thank you to the Koala Cola Corporation for reaching out to us here on the Jock podcast.
And that letter obviously was meant for someone else.
Else?
We still thank you because we're nice over here, just like the people over at Koala Cola.
Yes. So thank you for listening. Now, for today's medical topic, hepatitis D. Hepatitis D virus infection is closely associated with hepatitis B viral infection. So, HDV, which can replicate autonomously, although it can do that, the simultaneous presence of HBV is required for complete virion assembly and secretion. So, an HBV co-infection with HDV is known as a superinfection because it tends to be more severe. Yes?
Who are you talking to? Sorry, I just left the room and just to get some water, and I heard you were still talking in here. Who are you talking to?
Are you trying to call me a movie?
What?
Is that what this is? You're trying to call me a movie? Just because I keep going? regardless of who's around?
First of all, I would never call you a movie.
Yeah? Do I know that now?
Because you lack the passion. So let's get that out of the way.
Damn, son.
But two, who were you talking to? I wasn't in the room.
So we have listeners, and I was speaking to, let's lay it out, to our new demographic of 37-year-old women.
Oh, did our audience flip again?
That was my understanding. It's tough to keep track of it now, but yes, that is specifically who I'm speaking to, and it's not always about producer Cameron. Sometimes it is about 37-year-old women. Oh, sorry,
right.
Named Hannah.
Who was sort of, our main focus. Oh,
yeah.
I got locked out of the Google Analytics account, so I didn't realize that our audience had sort of shifted.
Yes. So this is directed towards Hannah. You're 37 years old. You're a woman, and hey, we believe in the I don't know, freeze those eggs. Maybe that's if you're advanced maternal age. Okay. I don't know what motto to use for that besides freeze your eggs, honestly.
Just for 37-year-old women in general? Maybe something about just like Target has great deals, or to be an older millennial or young Gen Xer would be so rad. And it'd be sort of ironic because people used to say the word rad and now they don't. So they're sort of nostalgic for that.
So, like all forms of acute hepatitis, HBV, HDV co-infection can present with jaundice and dark urine. They can have fever, weight loss, fatigue, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and hepatosplenomegaly. When you run diagnostic tests, it can show increased direct bilirubin, increased ratio of ALT to AST on liver function tests, and increased alkaline phosphatase.
And wait a second, that didn't really answer my question now that I think about it. Because, obviously, yes, when we're recording this podcast, which involves two people talking back and forth, that's what a podcast is. I know that we're speaking to our audience, but I left the room. Who were you talking to? Do you see someone else in this room right now, Dr. London? Who are you talking to?
So this is this has been. Are we playing the game right now? Are we in the game right now?
Dr. London, no. Okay, I have actually read about this sort of phenomenon. You have gotten so many levels deep within the game, sort of like when you're in a dream within a dream and you wake up in one of them and you don't realize what level you're at. So, Dr. London, this is the real world. But I know that's going to be confusing for you because likely in the game, my guy has said similar things to your guy within the game. But this is the real world. Yeah, can I just poke you in the eye?
This happened in there too.
That happened in the game too, and it hurt this bad, that bad.
Yeah. So.
It did? Same. It hurt that bad?
It really did. It's a very involved game.
I mean, then to be honest, I don't know if we're still in the game or not then.
A one-time screening of HDV infection should be considered in all persons with HBV infection. In particular, testing should be performed on patients who emigrated from countries with a high prevalence of HDV infections, such as Eastern European, Mediterranean, Central Asian countries, and in those with a history of injection drug use. Due to the dependence of HDV on HBV, the presence of hepatitis B surface antigen is necessary for the diagnosis of the HDV infection. The additional presence of IgM antibody to hepatitis B core antigen is necessary for the diagnosis of acute HBV-HDV co-infection. I'm sorry if this is confusing, but hepatitis D, that's D as in Denver, that virus RNA, can be detected by serum RT-PCR. Patients should be tested initially for a total anti-HDV, and when possible, the diagnosis should be confirmed by...
What? I don't understand the connection between that and Denver, though.
Okay, so I'm saying just the...
You're saying
the D,
that maybe the city of Denver, you say serum, are you saying a lot of people, like there's a lot of people are, on the needle? Is that what you're trying to get at? Or in Denver?
No, so
I don't understand why we're just sort of stomping on an entire city of people right now.
No, so I could have said any word that starts with a D. D as in dog.
No, you couldn't have.
Okay. Well, it's we're so close to being. I mean, unless this is the game. Hold on. If this is the game, then would I? Yeah, I'd still be done because. By the way, the podcast is super successful within the game.
Really?
Yeah. Every week we record. I'd have a different producer.
Probably because my guy is probably in there. He's probably like a president of something. He's probably busy, right?
Yeah, it was really actually kind of weird because my producer in the game is really good. Like he manages everything. I don't have to think that much at all, honestly. He even writes most of my medical lessons beforehand.
And that's awesome for you. That's awesome. But like my guy is probably doing cool stuff and is probably even more successful, right?
So if you're not playing the game, then you don't have a guy.
So my guy's doesn't even exist?
Not yet. Anyway.
But then
I get so that's about it for the medical lesson. You confirm diagnosis with
this is the game.
RT-PCR.
But if this is the game and I don't exist,
for the HDV RNA in the serum,
then who the hell is in my house in my chair right now?
Okay. Well, do you want to move on for now?
I'm done.
All right. Well, Cameron told me that we have a guest today. Is that right?
That's right, Dr. London. We absolutely do.
All right.
Hello.
And this is...
Oh.
Hey. Oh, hello. So my name is drlondonsmith.com, and this is our
Okay,
producer, Cameron.
I'm Fiona Asskss. You're going to need to write that down.
You don't have to be like in our physical space, though. You don't have to be like... You sort of zoomed up very close to us very quickly.
Okay, well, we've got a lot of business to cover, so that's why I'm just kind of like, let's go. Fiona Asskss. ASSKSS. Be looking for me in your Gmail.
Okay. Yeah, let me scroll through the Gmail.
If I'm a Hotmail guy, is that not...
Okay, so I'm here with Koala. I am a rep. We are starting up Koala Publishing. And we are doing a series of children's kind of teaching books with Dr. London and Crampy. Oh boy! So we have a few illustrated. I brought some for you to approve. And then I also had my assistant send over... Let me make sure she did. I had my assistant send over
I didn't realize
a title list.
I didn't realize that this was part of the contract that we approve of publishing.
No, this is all part of it.
This is what we had signed. Do we get paid extra for doing this work, or is this we just
You'll
have
need to review the material that you signed. I really don't have that information in front of me, and I don't have time to dig it up for you. So
I am so sorry. You seem very, very busy, Miss Asskss. Asskss.
Asskss.
Asskss.
Asterixes. Astarixes.
Asskss.
Asterixes? Was that it?
Well, I'm so sorry. How can we help you? Obviously, you're very busy. I mean, what do we have to do?
Well, I've got some of the books here, and then that I need to have approved.
Yeah.
So I have 3 of them. I can read them all, or I can have you guys, like, we can each read one. It's up to y'all, but...
Yeah.
All right, I'll start. So we've got It's Risky to Toot in the Tub. It's risky to toot in the tub, and I don't feel like telling you why. It's risky to toot in the tub. The only way to find out is to try. I could spend time explaining, and then you would know, but my break is about to start, and I really want to go. Look, I know it's fun to sound your horn and see the bubbles bubble up. I'm telling you, it's all fun and games until your butt is throwing up.
Wow.
Round brown floating pebbles, it's what you had for lunch. Mush it down the drain, we call it poo-poo punch. So if the jet isn't on and the water goes glub, just remember, it's risky to toot in the tub.
Wow. I mean... I liked
really
how the person in the... I mean, is it a poem? Is it a book? It's both, I guess?
Well, we knew that Dr. London's influence is really heavily based on Dr. Seuss, so we kind of incorporated that.
Well, I liked how the person in the book seemed very busy, like yourself.
Well, I write the books, so...
I could tell the narrator seemed to be like wanting to get down to brass tacks very quickly.
Yeah.
Like too busy. Right. Too busy to write the poem is what it sounded like.
Yeah, but I needed to let them know. So yeah.
But I mean, yeah, what do you even need from us at this point?
I'm just needing to get approval so that we can go into the next phase of printing.
Oh, Dr. London, do we want to tweak this any? You're the doctor. Did any of that was all of that medically accurate?
Oh, no, it's not for Dr. London this is for Crampy to approve. Sorry, I didn't make that clear. Yeah, this is Crampy's kind of thing. So yeah, this is for him to.
Well, that sounds great. Okay. I guess that's that.
So do we want to go on to the next one?
Whenever I said earlier that that this is in the contract that we signed, it was, so I guess Crampy became sort of a subsidiary of us.
This is actually part of a question that I've been wondering for a while. Is Crampy our boss, or
yes?
Can he tell us what to do? Because he's been trying, and I don't know if I should tell him no or not.
I think Miss.
Oh, you're asking me? I have no idea.
If you have any clarification on it,
you don't even know anything else about this company.
You need to review the material.
Task, and that is it.
My strength and my weakness is that I'm laser focused. Okay.
Got it.
So let's move on. Review the material. Discuss it with my assistant Rhubarb. Let's get to the next title. Let's get it going.
Dr. London, you've got one.
Yeah, so this one isn't
No, not all of them are.
A poem, it doesn't look like. It's
right.
It's a full volume, but it just says, the title says lobotomies for babies. And so I'm reading the summary on the back, and it's talking, I'm trying to figure out, and the summary is very vague. I can't tell if it's to teach babies how to give a lobotomy, or like to give a lobotomy to perform it on a baby. And either way, I don't know that I'm comfortable with this.
Okay, well, you'll just need to review the material in depth, because I really don't know. That was a ghostwriter. Like I said, I've got a lot of other projects going on, so Crampy.
And it sounds like they don't even really need our approval. So, I mean, Dr. Lena, they just really need you to read it to Crampy, since Crampy, either can't I think he can read. I think he chooses not to read. We don't have to get into that whole thing right now. But you just read the material. It's not your decision to make, Dr. London.
You need to review the material.
Okay, yeah. Well, do you want me to read an excerpt from it? Is that what we're wanting? Okay, so the directions during the surgery is what I'm getting at here. This chapter, in surgery. In quotes, it says, scalpel. Next line. Okay, gauze. So I think it is a step-by-step on how to do a lobotomy. In the process, it's the chapter before that is, it's just sterilization techniques and how to maintain sterile field. So, and it's still vague on, there are diagrams in here, but it's all close-ups, so you can't tell if it's a baby or if it's an adult that's getting the lobotomy. So, I'm not...
Are you not sure if the lobotomy is being done on the baby, or if the baby is the one performing the lobotomy? Okay.
Yeah, that's the question for me. And from the book, the way it's phrasing, everything from the pronouns, the everything, it sounds like they want to walk that line. They want to appeal to both groups, both the babies and the people who are wanting to perform. Yeah. lobotomies upon the babies.
If you're not comfortable with the material, that's fine. We'll just kind of push it to the back on the book tour. But I mean, this is Crampy's deal, so.
Crampy, how does it look?
Why? Oh, I love it. Okay, I guess Crampy loves it. That's a heavy endorsement, honestly.
You might actually want to put that on the cover, like in quotes.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read this one I've got here? So I did find this one. I've been flipping through it when I wasn't listening to Dr. London. It says it's called Dentist is a Pretend Doctor. And so I'm looking through this. It talks about this evil man. His name is Dentist Jones. And Dentist Jones is telling our hero, Little Smithy, that drinking soda every day for every meal is bad for him, and it's bad for his teeth. But the dentist, it says right here, he's not even a real doctor, because dentists aren't even real doctors. They're just playing dress up, might as well be a trick-or-treater.
Okay, well, once again,
there's a whole series on those. There's the chiropractor, there's the massage therapist, there's a whole series.
Yeah. And I mean, I do like how it sort of really stresses that you can actually use cola, soda as mouthwash. You can use it in a lot of different dishes. You can use it as sort of a toothpaste. And if your dentist tries to tell you otherwise, you can actually get him fired. You can accuse him of like tweeting racist things.
So I feel like maybe this is not. That's also not good. Like we shouldn't approve that.
Well, it's not really up to you. So okay.
Yeah, it's not really your decision. And this sounds amazing. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Dentists.
This is saying a lot of stuff I've been feeling, Dr. London.
You've been upset with dentists?
Yes.
Okay, because
they're so snooty. They go in there, they just barely just touch your teeth, and you start gushing blood, and they go, "Oh, when was the last time you flossed?" And when you're like, "What?" They hate when you say what.
Yeah,
like you don't know what they're talking about, but maybe you just want some of that stuff explained to you a little better.
Okay, so just to, on the one point,
and if I want to drink koala cola, which is the best cola in Australia, if I'm going to drink that every single day, I feel like that is within my rights.
Yeah.
And so for my dentist, who's this evil Dentist Jones, who's a fake doctor, might as well be a trick-or-treater like the book says.
Yeah, that's frustrating for you.
If he's telling me I shouldn't drink the cola, then guess what? I'm drinking koala cola every single day.
Okay. It tastes just like London.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So Crampy, what do we got? Approval.
Okay, Crampy, are you ready for the next?
I love it.
We've got to go over some of the holiday series, because Christmas is only a few months away. So I've got our Christmas one here ready for approval.
Okay.
If you are ready, Crampy.
Okay.
Okay. You better watch out, and you really can't hide. You need to accept that your parents have lied. They lied about Santa and even his sleigh, and that stranger whose lap you sit on each year is actually named Ray. He's really not jolly, not pulled by a reindeer. He drives an 18-wheeler while drinking a beer. Peek inside his cabin. Instead of presents, you will find a Playboy from 1991 with the title, "These Jugs Will Blow Your Mind." So take a moment, let it all sink in. Think about your next of kin and how they lie for fun and play, each year making you sit with a man named Ray, who for the rest of the year pulls the wheel of fortune. And while we're here, I would like to mention that yes, your parents love you, they may give you a pet, but as you grow older, don't you ever forget that your parents are liars deep down in their core. And they're not just lying about this, oh no, they're lying about so much more.
Wow. I mean, I got to give it up for that.
I mean...
Okay, Crampy?
Oh, that's just fantastic.
Okay, good.
Oh, wow. He's getting more enthusiastic with each one. That's pretty cool.
I was going to tell him after the last one, like, if he says I love it every time, it's going to sound less original. And it's not going to be as heavy of an endorsement. But looks like he already took his own note.
But I want to. That was a really, really good and informative
and specific.
Poem. Like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, it certainly resonated with me. I mean, like, I mean, Dr. London, you know that your parents lied to you since you were a kid, right?
Yeah, but not about Santa.
Well, wait, what did they say about Santa?
Well, so we never went to the like whatever the mall Santas. They just, told me very honestly, like, yeah, in the North Pole there's a Santa, but he obviously can't be here. That he's working all the time.
Oh.
Like, he's busy. He has to make toys for everyone in the world, like every kid in the world, adults too. Like, it's so much work. So, no, he can't. I'm sorry, he can't be bothered to stop by the mall for you to sit on his lap and tell him.
Dr. London, you're what? You're 30 years old? Santa's not real. It was your parents putting presents out under the tree, and your dad ate the cookies. Okay, next. Come on now. 30 years old, still thinking Santa's real? Are they coming over to your home?
Fiona, it's hard to explain. He is not sure if he's in a game or if he's in a game or not.
Okay, well, this is real life.
So you got to be delicate with him.
Can you feel this? If I'm just poking you in your eyes?
Oh, it's just like the game. Or is it the game?
Oh, he keeps saying that. He keeps saying it's just like the game. I don't know. So we're just getting this approval. Can we at least learn about you a little bit, Fiona?
I don't really have to.
I mean, you're on our show. Like, look, I know you're saying, "Oh, well, I'm so busy," but like, you're on the show. You can relax a little bit. You can take your time. Tell us about you a little bit.
I am a Qualicola rep. I work in the publishing division, the American branch.
Yep.
I usually get to work around 8 o'clock, 8:15 if there's traffic, 7:30 if I take a quick shit. And then I usually...
Is it all work related? Like, is everything about you, it's all about the company?
What else? Do you want me to go into detail about my quick shits?
I just wanted to know more about you. You're a guest on this show right now.
But if that's your hobby.
5'7".
Okay.
I have dark brown hair.
Okay. It didn't have to be necessarily literal things, but a few more literal things would definitely help. So brown hair.
And I'm I don't really like to tell my weight. So just know I'm thick with 2 C's. That's all you need to know, really.
Okay,
listeners.
I was gonna ask how many.
And then so around noon usually I'll get some lunch. And then I don't really take long lunch breaks because I'm just running down to the deli and then I'm coming right back up. So
right, because you got to work, yeah.
Yeah.
And maintain the thick body habitus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what else
do you have any other books for us or
let me see. I've got some titles that I need approval for, but I've got this last one.
Okay.
Where does food come from? Do you really want to know? Some food is born and some food has to grow. Here we see an apple growing peacefully on a tree. A carrot grows down into the ground, and you can eat a strawberry's leaves. Here we see a baby chick sliding down a tube, about to meet a circular saw and turn into chicken goo. His friend the calf is stuck inside a pen that's 2 by 2. It's the only place he'll ever see before he's served up on a plate for you.
That's the title?
No, that's the whole book.
Wow.
I have I have titles and I had another book, so that was the book. But I do need to have. Y'all should have the titles. Rhubarb, my assistant, should have sent them over.
Yeah. Let me.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a few over here. Like I've got 1 fish, 2 fish. Don't eat the blue fish.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Let's see. I have this one.
Which that just seems like a copyright issue. I've just got to say, like, I don't know if that Dr. Seuss book is in the public domain, but just something to be aware of. But you guys know that. You guys have your own lawyers. I don't need to get
parody
into
law. Next.
Yeah. So this one just says crafting a shank. That's the title. Do you market this to any particular demographic? Because it seems like shanks aren't normally like a popular weapon or instrument, to the general populace.
Yeah, you'll have to review the material that Rhubarb sent over because I'm really not sure, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and honestly, Dr. Linden, it sounds like you're not even thinking of old-timey England where you'd have little hoodlums running around.
Okay, yeah, that's in the expansion pack, which I haven't bought yet, so...
Oh my gosh, this is the game thing again. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Crampy, we've got knock, 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 parentheses, knock on mommy and daddy's door before entering, even if you hear strange sounds. We've got turtles don't live forever. We've got grandmas don't live forever. We've got, here's a personalized series. It's just called Fruits, in parentheses, that will kill you because of your food allergies. So that's one to teach children with really bad food allergies, like
these are all titles
to avoid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm getting Crampy's
titles?
approval here.
Yeah.
And then we've kind of got the girl who ate so many sweets she turned into a donut and was accidentally eaten by her beloved sidekick dog, who also died because she turned into a chocolate donut. That's a title. We've also got the
there's one here that's kind of interesting. It says that Dora the Explorer backpack was made in a sweatshop.
Yeah, that kind of goes through the whole process of overseas factories.
Yeah, and these are subjects that, like, I guess kids are really interested in. I mean,
it's a teaching series. How much are kids really going to be interested in learning? That's the whole thing. We're trying to make learning fun, and so that's my main objective here.
Sure. Yeah.
That's why the illustrations are so cute. You see how cute the illustrations are? It's to draw them in, and like, it's hard to swallow pills. Yeah, the information is hard to swallow, but at least visually it's cute to look at.
Well, there's actually one of the books is, yes, it's hard to swallow pills, but your mother was able to swallow a whole lot more, and that's why she's not with us today.
That must have been a ghostwriter. I'm not familiar with that one.
Do we want Crampy's approval on that one?
Well, I mean, yeah, if it's in there. Yeah, if Rhubarb sent it over.
Okay, so, I have one here, and I'm starting to feel like, I don't know, maybe these aren't like a good sort of education thing, because this one just says, like, how to use drugs excessively by me, the author. And they have a picture of themselves for, like, pasted a real picture, like, it's all, whatever children's coloring style, but the author's picture is inserted into all those spots where they're identifying themselves as the author.
Well, and kind of speaking of that, this one doesn't even have any drawings or anything. It's all pasted in pictures. This one's just called Pipe Bombs. And it's just, I mean, this is just I feel like printed out pages from the internet with instructions on how to make a pipe bomb sort of pasted on top of it.
When you have a week and a half to get a publishing company off the ground, you're going to have to get some ghostwriters, some other people involved. Sorry. I don't know all these, but yeah.
How many are there? Like, are there hundreds? How many did you bring? How many were you able to produce in a week?
Well, we're in the approval process right now. We've got over 300 titles that we're working with. We have over 100 that are waiting to go to print. That's why I'm just kind of like, I'm ready to go type of thing, Let's see. Crampy, we've got another title. The boy who didn't pick up his toys and they came alive while he slept, tying him up and treating him like he treated them. A story of revenge and the importance of cleanliness.
What? I love it!
Rob and Sally play video games for so long they fuse to the couch and have to poop in front of each other into the bottom of the couch.
Wow. Was that you? Was that one you, or was that one of the ghostwriters?
That one was me. I wrote it for my children.
Oh, so is that one you had already previously written, like even before this assignment?
Yeah, it's more of something I orally recite to them.
Yeah, it's kind of like a family tradition that's been passed down, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This one is called the Reverse Little Mermaid, so it's the fish on top with the girl's legs on bottom.
A story of acceptance.
It seems to. Yeah, exactly.
Dr. London, are you ready for this worldwide tour? It's going to be starting in 3 days.
I'm a little bit behind in some of my work because lately I've been doing other work, but so I guess I could. There is a mobile version. Actually, yeah. So I can do it. A mobile version of Dr. Quest. Yes.
Don't know what that is, but don't really care. All right, sounds good. Crampy, do you have your light blue tuxedo, or do you need me to have them ship it over?
I'm always ready. Okay. Cameron, you guys, can you hold down the fort here or whatever? I don't know that we need you on tour.
Honestly, I don't even know who this guy is. I mean, he was just here. He's talking. I'm just kind of like, don't know who you are.
No, I mean, it sounds like you do know. I am a guy who's here and talking. That's really, there's not really other descriptors about me. I'm not.
Thank you.
That's it. Yeah. Dang it.
Okay. Well, before we, move on to talk tour logistics, we do need to get to some chores.
Oh no.
All right, let's get to it quick. Here, is this it? Is this it over here? Let me spin it real quick.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, okay.
So spin
go
that.
ahead and spin
I've
it while
already
you're spinning
spun
it. Well, let me explain to our listeners what is even happening. We, Dr. Linda and I have been neglecting our chores, our to-do list, our tasks. We haven't done any of our laundry. We haven't wiped down the kitchen counter in weeks. And to be completely honest, we haven't walked the fish. Just gonna say it. No one's walked the fish.
Well, it hasn't come up on the wheel.
This is why we made the chore wheel. So we made this huge wheel that when we put all of our chores on it and we spin it every single week, and whatever chore it lands on, we have to do it. And we knock that bad boy off of our to-do list. So I mean, Dr. London, or no, Fiona. Oh wait, you already spun it.
Long ago.
Dang it. So long ago. I didn't even get to amp it up. All right, Dr. Lennon, what did it land on?
Okay. Well, it seems like sort of an odd time for it, but it's we have to do it. It's write thank you notes for the holiday gifts. And I think so I guess the most recent holiday would have been the 4th of July, the Independence Day. For international listeners, here in the United States of America, we have a tradition where we shoot combustible things into the sky, and sometimes we do that, and sometimes it's not the military that does that. Sometimes it's us personally, and sometimes it's not to hurt someone, and necessarily. And so in this case,
it's to hurt the sky is what we're doing. We're shooting rockets at the sky. To hurt the sky. What we're trying to do. I'm trying to blow it up.
Yeah. So we've been trying to take down the sky for a while. Anyway, so
But what are we doing? We're writing thank you notes to
for the holiday gifts we gave for Independence Day. Yeah.
Thank
you.
For
the holiday gifts we received.
For the gifts we gave.
Thank you notes. Thank you notes for the holiday gifts is what it says on this chore wheel. So I'm guessing it's the gifts we've
received.
Is it for the gifts we received?
Usually you wouldn't give a thank you note to someone that you just gave a gift to. But I would say maybe that would be very nice of you.
Okay. So what are we landing on for this?
Yeah, thank you for receiving
or just thank
gift,
you,
or
thank you for taking it so well.
Thank you for not throwing it away. So you're sort of also like pressuring them to not throw away your gift.
Well, and also what I'm thinking is, Cameron, at least your gifts sometimes are the kind where you should probably write a note after sending it. Like it's
but not a thank you.
It's not always. I get for not suing you, like that's.
Oh yeah, I guess.
for not filing charges.
Oh, so you don't think I should apologize? I was thinking you were like I should write an apology.
I write a thank you, is what I'm thinking.
Right. Don't,
just like this
don't admit
says.
guilt,
so,
and then that way, okay, got it.
Just thank them for not pressing charges.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so because we all, one thing, I'm not sure, Fiona, for you, but I know for the rest of us, it was a crazy night this past Independence Day. Independence night, rather. So Independence Day is usually normal, pretty tame, and then Independence night, things get crazy. And so I do have a note that I should write. So on that note, I guess I'll go first. So I'll just, this isn't the complete thought because I haven't written it yet, but, so basically I'd say like, to the person whose house I demolished with my fireworks, I was aiming at the sky. I didn't know it would come back down.
This is the thank you note?
Well, I had to give context for why I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yes,
okay.
The short answer,
yeah.
yes. So, I'm sorry about the pets. And I hope that your hair grows back. And thank you so much for not tracking me down when I know that if you'd hired a good private investigator, you could have figured out who launched that firework. So thank you for not doing that. Signed. Oh wait, I shouldn't. Okay, I almost fell for it. Signed. What's a good pseudonym?
What about Manchester, right?
Manchester. Yeah, they'll never think. They'll never connect those dots. Okay. All right. So I'll just seal that and then put that in the repository. Okay.
Do you want me to read my thank you note here?
Yeah.
So I'm doing it the old school traditional way, which maybe is a little cheesy, I guess, to give a thank you note to someone who gave you a gift like you usually do.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I know it's weird, but again, it's an old school thing. My parents, it's like religious. It's a whole different thing. I am thanking my puppeteer. Have you met her?
Briefly. We went to a movie and then you said you have to go real quick. And with her. So like I said hi basically. Yeah. And you introduced me and then you guys took off.
Well, yeah, my puppeteer, she does great work. Some of the slimiest puppets you've ever seen in your entire life. And so she sent me one that had red, white, and blue eggs. And so it was, so they're like a hard-boiled egg, right? That she's like sort of drawn a face on. One's red, one's white, one's blue. She's attached strings to it, and you can sort of make them dance around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like an egg. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh,
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for making that. Okay. Yeah.
Appreciate
that makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
Signed.
All right.
I guess, do I have to hide myself too?
I don't think so. It seems like this is very specific and.
Signed, Kirk Cameron.
Okay. Fiona, do you have any thank you notes you want to write for the holiday gifts?
Yeah, I'm gonna thank Perry, my 03 Chevy. Perry gets me wherever I need to go and gets me to my July 4th parties, and I just want to thank my Chevy Perry for being so reliable always. And this isn't just holiday specific, but just me and Perry had a really good time July 4th. We really enjoyed the night and I have really fond memories, so I'm just saying thank you and he'll know what it means. So signed, your wife, Fiona.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
I mean, this is the most we've learned about you. You talk about how, oh, you're always focused on work. You're always focused on work. But Fiona, it sounds like you have someone very special in your life.
Something. I'm an objectophile.
Right. I mean, I was just trying to inject humanity into your vehicle.
No, call it what it is. I don't have time to romanticize it.
Oh, okay. So you are in love with your car, but you have you don't like the frilly stuff of like giving it a
hold
name.
On. Are you in love or are you just married?
You know, how much of marriage
was it an arranged
love?
marriage?
How much
of
question. Marriage is like just that reliability that, you know, you can always depend on them.
Was it?
And is that
was it an arranged marriage?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm sorry, it's been buried a few times. I just want to make sure and get a yes or no
romance?
on this. Was it an arranged
sexual
marriage?
Relationship? Yes. Yes. Obviously. Duh.
Did your family put this together is what I'm getting at. Did you meet on a dating app?
I bought him from a dealership in 2003.
Okay, and this is something, you know, buying people, or, you know, we're not like, or buying partners, I guess we're not usually supportive
buying significant others,
but
I'm not.
Anything consensual is consensual, so we're just gonna leave it at that.
We got married a year later. He proposed. It was beautiful. He asked me, so yeah, I would say it's consensual.
Okay. Wow.
I'm in an alternative relationship. I recognize that. I've already recognized that. I've already accepted it, moved on from it. I don't care what anyone thinks.
Okay.
I live an alternative lifestyle, and it doesn't matter to me what you or you or you or you think.
She pointed at Crampy every time.
Yeah.
Well, in the past, he has really been...
It's fine. It's truly fine. Okay.
And for the types of relationships he's been in, for him to be, you know, talking all that shit on Twitter, full well knowing your public life is very different from your private life. And we all in Koala Cola know that.
We do want to mention that the tweets you're talking about from Crampy Koala, where he was talking about how much he hated alternative lifestyles in any form and all that stuff, that he was hacked.
That wasn't
him.
No.
Wasn't him. That
sounds
was hackers.
so different from him. Like just the tone, everything.
It was hackers, and he doesn't even know his password. Right, Crampy?
Yeah. I don't know who did it. Yeah, we're still trying to track him down.
Okay, well, I know the truth, so next, move on.
Okay. Well, that's the chore. Would you mind, you know, maybe destroying the chore?
Okay, done.
Oh, wow,
Wow, that was efficient.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that just killed the next 20 minutes we were going to spend on that. So I guess we could just kind of be done, because normally it takes so long to destroy the chore wheel.
I'm afraid to end this episode and send you home back to the game, Dr. London.
Back to... Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I got to go on tour in 3 days, so I've got it on mobile. It's actually fine. Yeah.
Oh,
no, it's fine. It's good. It's actually really good. And this game, Cameron, you should play.
I mean, I'm definitely going to. I just don't. You just creep me out about it.
Why? It's so good.
Just your whispering. I don't like the whispering aspect of it.
It's so good. Anyway.
No, you're getting quieter.
Okay, London, I'll be, my private jet will be in front of your house in 3 days to pick you up, so.
Okay. Yeah, that's...
Pack light.
That's usual. Okay. Well, thank you, Fiona, for coming on. You know, for...
Bye.
Sorry.
Wow.
All right, well, like, just us. Well, thank you to our producer, Cameron. Thank you to Digital in the House. Digital in the House.
It's risky to toot in the tub, and I don't feel like telling you why. It's risky to toot in the tub. The only way to find out is to try. I could spend time explaining, and then you would know, but my break is about to start, and I really want to go. Look, I know it's fun to sound your horn and see the bubbles bubble up. I'm telling you, it's all fun and games until your butt is throwing up.
Wow.
Hold on, it's not over. Hold on. I'm just trying to get myself together. Okay. Whew. Round brown floating. Okay. Round brown.
Little is having a heart attack.
Round brown floating pebbles. What? Okay, hold on. Whew, okay.
My name is DrLondonSmith.com, and this has been the Jock Doc Podcast.
See ya.